Hello chatbox out there, hope you guys are all doing well. I am just literally melting at the moment, it is so hot. I have my fan on, so apologies if you could hear that in the background. I tried to film without it and almost literally just was feeling like I was melting. So I'm just gonna have that on because this heat, man, is just too much. I cannot deal with this heat. Anywho, I hope you guys are all doing well and all having a lovely week. It is Friday, almost a weekend. On my Thursday, I got up ready to go off to the garden centre, my happy place. I love the garden centre, and I had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast and just a bit of music. Just enjoying and colouring in. I was just watching some vlogs and TikToks and some old soap episodes of EastEnders. Loving having Cindy Bell back in EastEnders, the absolute legend she is. Then I posted a TikTok and didn't think much of it, and it's actually got quite a lot of attraction, lots of likes and comments, which is great. And I'm glad that they're finding my TikToks funny. I found it very funny. I was very impressed with how funny it actually was. I didn't know it could be that funny. And my dad was at work. Then after that, he'd gone off fishing like he does most Thursdays. Older sister was at work. Older brother at uni. Younger sister at hers, and younger brother was in Bali with his girlfriend. They're currently away in Bali, and the photos that he sent us of the destination they're at, and the villa looks amazing. And yeah, I hope they have a lovely time in Bali. And my mum was asleep. She then got up and was going off to have lunch with my grandma, and I then ordered myself a buttered lunch to go get left at 12 o'clock. And I then listened to a bit of music, just enjoying and colouring in, and then I went off to collect my butties lunch. And on the way to collect my butties, my grandma was heading down the road to go pick my mum up, and she beeped the horn at me and almost gave me a heart attack. What is she like? I then collected my butties lunch and made my way back. Got back and let myself in as my mum had locked up as she'd gone off for lunch with my grandma. I then got back in and I sat and cooled down by the fan because I was absolutely melting. I then had my butties lunch and I had a toasted wrap with tuna, cheese, onion, lettuce and cucumber in. They are so good, they are my go-to. I love those, and had that with a cup of tea and a custard slice, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. It was so delicious. I didn't actually eat the custard slice as the toasted wrap had filled me up, so I had the toasted wrap with my cup of tea, listened to a bit of music, and I was just watching some TikToks and some funny dog and cat videos. And then I put my custard slice in the pantry to have when I got back from the garden centre. I then said goodbye to the pooch and gave him a bottle of fuss, and he's not dealing with the heat. He's struggling a bit, bless him, so he was just leg stretched out on the laminate just to cool down, bless him. And my cat Paddy was led on the bench in the garden sunbathing, absolutely loving it, bless her. I then locked up and made my way up to the garden centre. On the way up to the garden centre, I got some flower snaps that I'm going to show you guys now. Such pretty colourful flowers I was able to get on my walk up to the garden centre. I had a lovely stroll up to the garden centre. I also got a pretty autumnal snap of some red lilies that I'm going to show you guys now. So beautiful. Autumn is on its way. I love autumn so much. It's one of my favourite times of year. It's just so beautiful. I then got up to the garden centre and I got some flower photography from there that I'm going to show you guys now. I love it at the garden centre. It's just my happy place. I just find it so calming, and I saw a few people I know up there, so I was chatting with them and I was able to get some really pretty flower snaps. I then got some plant snaps from the plant section that I'm going to show you guys now. I love the plant section, all the pretty leaves with all the pretty patterns and the succulents and cactuses. I then was looking at the homeware section and the stationery section and got myself some drinks from the cafe, and due to my Dobby's card I was able to get the 2 drinks that I wanted for free, as I had 2 free drinks on my Dobby's card, so I was able to use those. And yeah, always helps having a Dobby's card. And so I had those. I had one while I was up there and then one to have on the walk back from the garden centre. And I then went off and had a look around a bit of the garden centre outside and was able to get some more flower starts that I will show you guys now. Such lovely colours on those flowers. Love flower and plant photography and just love it at the garden centre. I could stay there all day if I could. I then made my way back and I got home and my mum was back from being out for food with my grandma, and I went into the shower and had a nice cold shower because I was absolutely melting. I was then just watching Home and Away, Escape to Country and Farrah Brown. First I took a bit of my journal and listened to a bit of music, did some drawing and colouring in, and then I got myself ready for touch rugby, and my older sister came and picked me up. And normally I'm always late and not on time, but this time I was ready and we got to touch rugby and it was a really good session. Very, very bloody hot, but very, very fun. We had a few old faces turn up that hadn't been for a while, which is great, and it was so much fun. And I scored the game winning try, which I have not done in my touch rugby career, and now I have, and it was just so much fun. I ended up cutting my shoulder, my elbow, because I dived and she hit the solid grass because it's that you walk hard, but it was worth it. It was worth the try. I then got back, got showered and changed and got into my PJs, and then for my tea I had a Spanish chicken, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. My older sister stayed for tea and we had Spanish chicken and sat outside, and she put cheese on mine and hers and it tasted so good. We then were just watching a bit of TV, and my dad was back from being fishing and my older brother was back from being at rugby training, and my older sister then went home. I then finished writing my journal, watched the UK soaps and listened to a bit of music, did some drawing and colouring in. I got my uniform ready for work the next day. I was then just watching some stuff off record, and I sent some of the plant stats that I'd gotten to my older sister and younger sister, and I loved the polka dotted plant snap that I got from the garden centre. Love plant and flower photography so much. And then I went off to bed, and on my Friday, which is today, I got up ready for work. My mum was up and we were just watching a bit of TV, and I had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, and my dad was at work, older brother at uni, older sister at work, younger sister at hers, and my younger brother in Bali. I then locked up and made my way off to work, and on the way up to work I had a nice stroll up as it was quite cool and it was overcast. It wasn't too hot, which is great, and I got changed into my top I'm wearing now and went off to one of the flower shops where I got a cute mirror selfie in front of all the flowers, and I then got some flower snaps that I'll show you guys now. Such beautiful flowers in there, all spices were good in there, and I was having a nice chat with the flower shop keepers from there. I also got some plants that's on there that I'll show you guys now. I absolutely love the plant section from there. I love all the patterns on the leaves and the succulents and cactuses. I then went off to one of the other flower shops and I got some flower stats on there that I'll show you guys now. such beautiful flowers in there. I love the dahlias. I was then just chatting with the flower shop keepers in there. I then headed off and got changed ready for work, and I then got into work and put my bag away, and it was me and two other of my colleagues on shift, and it was quite quiet to start off with, so we were just doing lots of cleaning jobs, and then it got quite busy. We had lots of people coming in for breakfast and coffees, and it was quite sunny, so we had lots of people sitting inside and outside, and I was running lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing food and drink orders and bill taking, and then I was just doing lots of cleaning of tables. I saw and chatted to lots of the regulars, and had lots of coconut milk teas, which are my favourite. I love coconut milk so much. It's just like drinking a Bounty, and I love Bounty chocolate so much. And we had a really good music players playing, which helped, and I caught myself dancing and singing a few times. And then I was just polishing lots of cutlery, putting clean plates and cups away, and I got to finish at 1:30ish, as after the lunch rush it quieted down and there was a need for all of us to be on shift, so I was able to go early, which is great. And I clocked off and got my bag and headed off and got myself some lunch from the co-op, and I also got myself some dahlia flowers from the flower shop that I'd gone into just before work, and I got some flower starts on there of dahlias that I will show you guys now. I bloody love dahlias, they're just so beautiful, the lovely colours, such vibrant colours. I then made my way back, and on the way back I got a photo of the dahlia bouquet that I'd gotten. I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. So beautiful. I also got a flower stamp while on my way home that I'll show you guys now. I love roses so much, they're so beautiful. I then got back and put my dahlias in a vase of water. I then got changed and had my lunch that I got from Co-op, sorted out my beta doll, listened to a bit of music, and then I was watching Firebrand, Escape to Country, Garden Rescue, and Home and Away, and a bit of Doctor Who. I then got my uniform ready for work tomorrow. I'm doing a split shift. I'm doing 11 till 3 and then 5 till 10, and then I ended up having a little bit of a nap, and then my dad was cutting the grass, and I love the smell of fresh cut grass, and my windows were open and I could smell it, and it just smells so wonderful. I love that smell. And my older brother was cleaning and filling up the pool because it's supposed to get even hotter, so we got that ready, and I cannot wait to get back on my break in between split shifts tomorrow and just dive in and just chill before going back to work at 5. And then I'm in 10 till 3 on Sunday, and I'm off Monday, Tuesday, back in Wednesday 10 till 3, off Thursday, Friday, back in Saturday for another split. So yeah, I've got a good week of shifts, really enjoying being back. And then I was just watching some stuff off Record, listened to a bit of music, a bit of Kylie, and I'm loving Tension. It's such a great song, and the music video is iconic. She looks fabulous. And then for my tea, we had fajitas. We had Spanish chicken last night done, with fajitas with nachos, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. Obviously still have Spanish chicken on the brain. It was pretty good, especially with the cheese on top. The fajitas and nachos were so delicious. I then was just listening to a bit of music, did some colouring in on the colouring up on my phone, which is super therapeutic. Love that. Had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and I'm now off to go and finish off writing my journal for the day, and then watch the UK soaps, and then just chill for the rest of the evening. I hope you guys have all had a lovely week, have all had a lovely end to your week, and all have a lovely weekend ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye.